In action. What's happening? Today is day 4. Tomorrow's day 5, which is the last day. Day 6 is just basically
leaving in the morning.
Yeah,
going home.
And
today was Mountain Day.
The big day. The whole reason of doing this.
The big show. The instructors had the choice for us to climb the mountain today or climb the mountain tomorrow. But it was completely based on weather. And today had a better possibility of nicer weather. So they chose to put the hike a day forward. They felt like we were ready for it. And so we did. Do you remember the name of the mountain?
Śnieżka.
Yeah, Mount Śnieżka.
Śnieżka.
It's a ski resort, ski town. And there's different ski routes, but there's also a hiking trail.
And I'm sorry to interrupt, but did you hear what Wim Hof said? It's possibly
it's the windiest spot in Europe. This
the
mountain,
continent.
Mount
Yeah, the continent.
Śnieżka.
So that's going to tell you something
In
about
Poland,
experience.
and you know about winters in Poland because of World War II.
But it's all of Europe, he said, right? The
Yeah,
windiest.
In all of Europe.
So basically, it's not easy. But go ahead.
Yeah, so that was our plan for today. So it was my job to set the alarm for this morning, and I set it, but I did not click save.
So he said it and he forgot it.
Yep.
So set it and forget it.
So we got a knock on the door, probably about 3 minutes after the morning breath started, and our friend came down and was like, "Hey, didn't you guys want to do the breathing?" And we weren't even awake.
Once I heard that it was past 7:30, I just went straight into the shower.
Yeah,
Cold shower. I forgot to even close the door, so Nick may have saw me bucket naked, which I don't care about.
I didn't see him.
He didn't see. But it was that urgent to just get things moving. Yeah. And I still
Francesco went in a full panic.
No, it wasn't out the bussy mode. It was more it was movement. I got moving, and I still got to do my breathing, and you got to do your breathing.
I didn't do my breathing with the group. I timed it where I could do my breathing. So breathing was at 7:30, breakfast was at 8, and we left on the bus at 9. I didn't do my breathing until 8:20. I was done with it at 8:40. Could stretch, and then I took that breath work and warm up straight to the bus for preparation for the mountain.
And in the bus, that's when I started to just and my partner, his name is Andre from Germany, he actually was doing that more than me yesterday for our hike yesterday.
Andre was my first buddy, and I hummed. I was doing my ohms next to him, and he started doing it. So it's funny that he's now your buddy.
And meanwhile, I could have just got it from you. But yeah, we got the humming in, and to me that was so crucial because I felt so at peace. My heart rate was so slow. So to reiterate this, I don't know if we did already, but breathing in, I don't know, let's just say give it a number 4 seconds, and breathing out 6 seconds. The idea is to breathe in, but exhale out more. So it has to be an extended exhale, and that can lower your heart rate, which will then save energy, will keep you at peace. And for me, it was the biggest key out of this whole experience to actually go about it and make it a reality.
Yeah.
So what was your experience about the bus?
The bus ride, Chris was my buddy, and I went on the bus. I had my beanie on, but I also had earplugs in, and I just wanted to block out all the noise. And I told Chris, "Hey, sorry, you got the most serious guy on the bus." But fully focused. Went up there with one goal, and that was to complete this mountain. I wanted to block out all the noise. There's some guys, that chit chat, take selfies, and they can do that, but I need full focus. So I went on the bus.
But honestly, even the ones that were doing that chit-chatting and talking shit about random things and doing videos, it almost was a little mini mountain for me because I had to learn how to control myself. I can't control the weather, I can't control what you're doing, but I can't control how I respond to it. Mm-hmm. Trust me, super annoying. Even at dinner right now. Wim Hof was giving a great speech, and the guy next to me got a text, rings, and he looks at it while Wim Hof is talking, and I have to look at his screen and him and laughing while he's looking at the text. While Wim Hof, the point I'm trying to make is, I can't control him turning that phone on silent and putting it away, but I can't control the way I fucking react to it.
Yeah.
So those little people talking, they weren't little, they were normal sized people. The people talking actually helped me realize what I need to be doing, and which is concentrate on me, concentrate on my partner, because my buddy was my priority too, and making sure his breathing was fine, always with thumbs up, how your hands, they're warm, and our tips all helped us either warm our hands with our kidneys, or also to keep our shoulders relaxed and to stay focused on that breath. And for me, that was fucking everything. Seriously, up and down. But what about you going up to the mountain? Was there any difficulties?
Yeah, so we'll start from the beginning. So we get off the bus, and I don't want to say it's sunny, but it like clouds are kind of coming through the sun. And we start the hike, and I'm like, oh man, like they picked a beautiful day. This is gonna be easy. Like this is nothing. Okay, here we go. You know, I was still staying focused, but I was just like, wow, what a great day to do this. Like, I don't really think I'm gonna be that challenged, but here we go. Let's enjoy the ride. So that was probably the first hour.
Yeah, I don't know. I had no sense of time, by the way.
I didn't start a watch or anything, but probably like the first half was just it's cold. You're getting hit with the wind every now and then, but it wasn't too challenging at all. And then we turn a corner, and clouds come in quick. Snow, like pellets, like ice pellets, and the wind kicks up hard, and then we're really getting hit.
Yeah.
And it's like, whoa, I didn't see that coming at all. From being down at the bottom where it's, sunny-ish and nice, and then get just full snow, ice pellets, and it had to be over 40-mile-an-hour winds.
I think I don't want to say, but I think 70. According to there's an American guy who has a wind calculator, and it was extreme.
We're getting whipped hard.
But a lot of people's bodies were doing fine. Some people had to stop and gather up.
We had a bigger guy that was really having trouble getting up the mountain. There's about 5 guys helping him. It was they let it be known right away, like, we're a team. If one goes back, we all go back. We're not leaving anybody behind. We're all in this together.
Right.
So what was your experience up at that point? Start to that.
Yeah, like you said, from the beginning, it was very, very comfortable. I think both of our energy, it wasn't a cardiovascular challenge because it was, but there are some people who would.
Yeah.
So if anyone wants to do this, just be aware that it's not a marathon. It's not even like, 3 miles the whole thing?
Yeah, 3 miles to the top. Yeah.
And
it's a nice incline.
It's a nice incline, but it's not going to hurt you if you walk, for instance.
Mild training.
Yeah, it's just
cardiovascular.
I don't have any training, zero, but I was fine. I had zero training. I haven't been running anything in years. Point is that part was fine. When the wind started coming, I think my focus just went deeper. So, and I just kept on looking at my partner, giving him the thumbs up, and just him humming actually just confirmed what I'm doing is right, and I would hum even more or louder or pull this Nick gave me a tip to do, instead of a hum, it's like and I just started doing that more, but my whole body would vibrate from that sound, whether it's true or not, but that vibration sent heat to me, whether through focus or actual vibration through heat, but it all worked out, and we got to a certain point where it was so windy, and
it was wide out.
Yeah.
I probably couldn't see but 5-6 feet in front of us.
And I actually got pushed a little, but nothing scary, like
by the wind.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was definitely getting pushed around by the wind, and it clicked real quick. I was like, all right, this is getting real. Like, this is where all of our training this week starts now.
But not soon after, maybe 10, 15 minutes after.
Yeah, probably 20 minutes tops from when the ice pellets and kept going, and then we had to even turn it. So long story short, we ended up having to turn around the instructors made the call
Yeah.
that it was the windiest they had ever experienced, and they had to make the decision on the entire group.
Yeah.
And they couldn't make the decision on the elite members here. They had to make the decision on the slowest or the least conditioned, and they definitely made the right call. 100%.
I think Nick and I both could have made it, because we did accomplish 2 hours of hiking, and the whole thing is 2 hours and 30 minutes.
Yeah, we made about 3/4 up when they said, "All right, guys, turn around."
Yeah, even more, because it's only that 30 minutes that we could have knocked out, but at the risk of people either falling from the wind or getting hypothermia.
Yeah.
And it's, again, the strongest winds in all of Europe. And a lot of the elite, like you said, could have made it. But what's a team if you only care about the ones who are getting, who are strong? We're a team together. And they made that a point from the beginning. Not a competition. It's all about cooperation. But going back.
So we had to hike back down. And there was like an abandoned ski lift. And we had to come around the mountain. And there was a spot for us to duck in from the wind because the wind was ripping hard.
Yeah.
So we used the building as shelter from the wind, and it was time to put your clothes on. No more messing around. Everybody clothes on, clothes on, clothes on. So a group of 60 people here, 62?
60 people.
Yeah, 60 people here hiding behind a building. Some of them can't feel their fingers. All trying to put on their clothes at the same time was probably a sight to see. So Francesco had to help a friend zip and tie their shoes because no feeling in their fingers. And like we're about to say, that's when putting my clothes on pushed my cold skin into my blood, and that's when we had I had a slight after drop, and I had to start focusing on warming up. Yeah, because I wasn't cold without my clothes on. As soon as I put my clothes on, pushed it all in, and that's when I started getting a little cold.
The after drop, for anyone who doesn't know, is when your temperature just changes so drastically, and you actually start losing focus that your body wants to protect itself and starts to shiver. Now, it's healthy to shiver. There's nothing wrong with it. It is awkward if you're holding a phone, but the reality is you don't want to live through that shiver. And with the breathing method that we learned, like I said before, inhale 3, 4, 5 seconds, whatever, and then exhale over that, extended. And then you can go back to the focus. So for a lot of people, I heard 3 people say it, when they were completely, unclothed and they were wearing just shorts, they were like, wow, it was easier when I had just my shorts instead of all these clothes. And I screamed, I go, it's because you're out of focus. And he goes, thanks. And then he relaxed his shoulders, he started breathing, and he started humming, and he stopped talking. I think that's a huge difference for the people who experience the whole thing in one sensation, which is comfortable, or one who just knows how to focus and then lose the focus because they have clothes on and then actually start to shiver. Even if it's getting warmer because you're going downhill and it's more comfortable down there. I actually had a drop after drop because I was helping someone put their jacket on and tying their shoelace. Putting their pants on, I basically dressed the man because his hands were so cold. So what I did was, when I started tying his shoes, I realized my body was shaking uncontrollably, legs, stomach, and shoulders, body, everything. And I said, oh shit, I'm losing control. So I started going, And it's funny because you don't need to do the hum, but for me, it helps me with the sound and a vibration here. Eventually, I want to get to the point where it's just, what?
Well, even Wim, they said Wim, you'll be right next to him and he'll bust out now. They said his is deep and strong.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not even about being loud or quiet or anything, but
let's say
whatever it takes.
Let's say if you don't want to be so loud in public or something, or eventually I want to do it where I don't have to. I can still listen to someone and not do the hum. But at that point, I started looking at his shoelace and I went, and I really took my time tying it. Shivers went away in 2 seconds because I did the humming. And then eventually, I was able to do everything I could do for him and just do my thing without any gloves. So I was still warm. My hands were sweating at one point, which is crazy because the first time we hiked, which is yesterday, my hands were pretty blue here. Not like scary blue, but it was like, not the best color in the world. Whereas this, I was be able to do everything. After that, saw Nick. He was in the zone. Hugged some people because it was the part of the celebration. But the celebration wasn't exactly what you would imagine on top of a cliff, like, yeah, crying and emotional. It was more, it's so windy, we got to put our clothes on and survive.
It's about safety.
Yeah.
All
So,
about
yeah,
safety.
let me take away the word survive. Omit that. It's more about safety because we were going to survive no matter what. After that, we went down. People started saying, I'm colder now than I was before. I told them it's because it was focusing. And I still continued to hum until I got to the bus.
Yeah.
What about you?
All the way through. Yeah. Once we got down, probably 45 minutes, it started getting, sunny again. Or less, no, you're not getting hit with ice pellets. And then, I felt fine. Really good, really warmed up. We had all our clothes on by then. Made it down smooth. But the bus driver, that entire hike usually takes about 2 hours longer. So when we got down, the bus wasn't there for us. And
1 hour longer. 1 hour. Because it was 4 hours together. Altogether, the whole expedition was 4 hours instead of 5.
Yeah.
So
we had to wait for the bus, and a lot of people were saying, like, it was the coldest we got, because then it was just nothing but chit-chat and no focus at all. And, by far, and I was fully clothed. I probably had 6 layers on, gloves on. And that was the coldest I was chatting, waiting for this bus.
Yeah, I was as well. But I already had agreed that I was going to jump in the water again. So when I got in the bus, I went back to humming, and I apologized to my partner. I'm like, hey, brother, I got to get back into the moment. And he's like, no problem. So I just hum. And I said, I have to because I'm going back in the water. Which is cool because once we got to the hotel, some people hugged, some people said congratulations. But I decided to go straight to my room and change.
Wim Hof was waiting for the bus. He was outside. Cool. He hugged every single person that came in, congratulated us.
That was fucking awesome. And just to have this accomplishment was awesome, and having him there. And then afterwards I said, all right, I got to go change. So I changed in my bathing suit. And then right when I came upstairs, Ian was like almost running into me. We almost hit butts. Head butts. Butt heads. We always butt heads. And we went out to that creek, and we just went into the water. We were going to the water, and then Ian screamed at Wim Hof outside, hey, you want to join us? And he's like, yeah, fuck yeah, man. And he joined us. And we had Wim Hof with us and the dog, and he recorded us. He timed us. We did 5 minutes, and but we wanted to break our record from yesterday, and we went 6 minutes. And after 6 minutes already passed, both Ian and I were like, let's go. We did what we came for. So we're pushing our body to the limit more, and Wim was proud of us. More people joined, and I couldn't believe that fucking Wim Hof was there with us, like a private Wim Hof session. And we ended up being so in tune with our bodies through the humming, or you don't have to hum, but it controlling your breath in, out, and we actually were able to not shiver at all. And it took a long time. It took me about 50 minutes. It took, from the moment I went from the house to the water, back, probably took me 5, 6, 5, maybe more. Let's just say 17 minutes. But it took me 50 minutes to breathe in and happily, consciously, really into my body, 50 minutes to actually get back to where I didn't shiver. And that means that I don't have to shiver. I control my shiver. Shiver doesn't control me. And I thought that was a huge lesson from not only the mountain, but also from this jumping in the water, ice cold water exercises.
Yeah. Yeah, really good point. And then Wim came back to the house and played the guitar, started jamming out. People were doing yoga. People were doing movement. People were doing acrobatics, massage, adjustments. It was just like, it was real cool seeing all the talent that we have here. Kind of everybody just starts expressing or showing their talents, you know, and teaching other people, and it was really cool. I was just kind of sat back in awe, like, wow, like just really talented individuals here. They love sharing what they do. And Wim played the guitar for 2 hours probably, like nonstop.
I think he's still playing, actually.
Yeah, and singing the whole time. I'm like, usually, you know, musicians take a break after 45 minutes.
Yeah.
And he was just jamming out, like really good time.
And he gave an awesome speech telling us that tomorrow we're going, not only that he's proud of us and that we did something great and that we did the right choice by going back 30 minutes earlier because of the extreme weather, but he said he's proud, and tomorrow we're going to be jumping off a 24 feet cliff, 9 meters, and he believes in us, and he's going to guide us, he's going to show us what to do, and it's going to be our last day. I'm sure there's going to be more to the program, but that'll be one huge part of our day.
Yeah, yep.
I'm excited, and now we're just going to go back upstairs and shoot the shit with Wim Hof and our great crew of 60 people. Great instructors, and enjoy our victory, because we wanted to do this and we could believe in ourselves that we could have, but actually doing it now, I don't know, it's an amazing feeling. Like, what's next?
Yeah, exactly. What's next? Find out.
Peace and love.
That's it.